Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, member of the Party Central Committee, Secretary of the Bronzo Party Committee, Chairman of the Bronzo People Council, and the delegate had a meeting with voters of Ward 4 before the meeting of the Bronzo People Council 10 term 2021-2026.
It's a conference voter which has the function of executive to speed up the process of renaming Lô Chánh Moma Street soon adjust the administrative boundaries between the Ward 4 and Ward 3 to create the favorable conditions for the people in their life as well as in the life and during administrative procedures. Move the fence of the Vovangek Secondary School in accordance with the roadway to ensure the landscape and also the traffic safety. Voters' opinions are also absorbed, recorded, and recommended by the People's Council of the province and the city to the superior sector to promptly settle for the people. And on the morning of June the 7th, the delegates of the Provincial People's Council, including Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Deputy Secretary, Provincial Party Committee and Chairman, Provincial People's Committee, Mr. Nguyễn Hồng Thanh, Head of the Internal Affairs Department of the Provincial Party Committee, and the delegation of the TayNinhTV City People's Council has a meeting contact with voters in Ward 2. The voters of Ward 2 continue to contribute many opinions with many contents, hygiene issues at the market. In the area of Vovang Street at night, many cars have parked, encroaching on the sidewalk and encroaching on the pedestrian corridor. So it is necessary to take the corrective measures to ensure the traffic safety, support for the compensation and resettlement at Dang Street. Ward 2 voters also comment on the issues of buying and selling title houses. Deputy Secretary, Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of Provincial People's Committee Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc thanked the voters for their interest in contributing enthusiastic ideas to the locality, contributing to the construction of an increasingly civilized and developed locality. At the same time, informed voters more about the socio-economic development situation in the province in the first months of 2023.
And the delegation of the Bronzo People Council, including Mr. Trương Nhật Quang, head of the Bronzo Party Committee for Mass Mobilization, Ms. Trần Thị Thanh Nhã, teacher, and a group of delegates of the Goya District People Council had a meeting with voters in Phước Đông Commune, Goya District.
At the meeting, voters of Phước Đông Commune reflected that the power lines of Group 3 and 4 are close to the road, causing a danger to the people in any season. And the street line 782 from Valley Restaurant to Bao Đông is not lit, even though the road has frequent accidents. Suối Cao A School Road is muddy in the rainy season, and Nông Trường to Phước Thành Road, the drainage ditch cannot be drained, causing the local flooding. And the road leads to the candle factory, the road water flowing causes environmental pollution. Meanwhile, the Hương Road number 2 has not been lit with the high risk of traffic accidents. It is recommended to install lighting, and it is recommended to install the traffic lights in front of the district team due to a lot of traffic, heavy traffic here. The law on social insurance stipulates that the employer is responsible for paying social insurance and monthly deducting from the employee's salary to contribute at the same time to the social insurance fund. But in reality, many units, enterprises, and employers have slowed to pay social insurance contributions, affecting the legitimate rights and interests of employees. According to TayNinhTV Social Insurance, by the end of May of 2023, the province currently has 267 units and businesses that own the social insurance, health insurance, and also unemployment insurance for 3 months or more, and the total debt is over 39 billion Vietnam dong. TayNinhTV Social Insurance will handle violations of the policies of deduction and payment of social insurance, health insurance, and employment insurance at employers. Accordingly, the unit conducts analysis of social insurance debts and send information to departments, sectors, and localities to coordinate in inspection, examination, and urge collection of outstanding debts, particularly for units with prolonged debt with a large amount of debt. TayNinhTV Social Insurance invite businesses to work to grasp difficulties and obstacles in debt payment, and at the same time require businesses to sign a commitment to pay debt as soon as possible. And up to now, Tehran farmers in Badong commune of Goyao district have paused their harvest season. The most joyful thing for the farmers here this year is that Tehran has just been in the season and won the prize also. For TayNinhTV province, there is an area of about 3,000 hectares of Tehran cultivation, especially in Badong commune, an area of about 1,200 hectares, of which the area of food harvesting reached for nearly 1,000 hectares. And in this year's crop, the favorable weather, along with the application of science and technology in production and farming, resulted in high Tehran yield, and with an output of about 10,000 tons. In particular, now Badong Tehran has been granted a planning area cut for exported to Chinese market, so the output is quite stable. And during this year harvest, the price of Tehran at the garden is purchased by traders, with the prices ranging from 50,000 to 55,000 Vietnam dong per kilogram for number 6 Tehran, and from 70,000 Vietnam dong to 75,000 Vietnam dong per kilograms for the Thai Tehran variety. And with the stable prices this year harvest, the farmers earn from 800 to 850 million Vietnam dong per hectare. On June 7, the Market Management Team number 2 under the Provincial Market Management Department coordinated with the Provincial Department of Standards, Metrology and Quality to inspect and take samples of the numbers of petrol and oil stores in the Tân City. Accordingly, the Market Management Team number 2 checked at Huan An Petroleum Store, located at 458 Berlin Street of Ninh Trung Quarter of Ninh Sơn Ward, Phương Vinh Petroleum Station addressed at 616 of the August Revolutionary Street, Broadway, Tân City, and through inspection, the two petrol stations, Huan An and Phương Vinh, have provided all kinds of documents as prescribed. No violation have been detected, and at the same time, the Market Management Team number 2 took samples to check the qualities of wrong number 5 level 3 gasoline and 005 STO oil at the two stores, which are trying to check the quality according to regulations. And ladies and gentlemen, identify the 6 things alcohol taught the people's public security as a guideline in non-action and also the core and central task in building a strong and comprehensive unit of the police. And over the past time, the party committee and leadership of the Tân City Police Department focused on leading and directing cars and soldiers in the entire force to voluntarily study and follow the 6 things alcohol taught the people's public security. Thereby, there has been a strong change in awareness and action of each officers and soldiers, contribute to many victories and outstanding achievements in various fields of work. The city police have regularly actively opened many peaks to attack and suppress crime, rigorously and drastically implement the professional measures. As a result, criminal offences are reduced every year and year by year, and many major projects are dismantled. The rate of investigation and solving cases reached for 100%, exceeding the target set by the resolution. In particular, during the complicated development of COVID-19 pandemic, with the spirit of for the country to forget myself and for the people to serve, the city police force took the initiative to promptly and completely solve the complex cases, in association with the realization of DO goals, both actively preventing and fighting pandemics while ensuring the security and order. In party building work, the force building has always been concerned by the city police, in which focus on building a contingent of cars who are both pink and black solid, with strong political will, moral and style according to the 6 things alcohol taught the people's public security. The technical logistic work of the police also achieved many positive results, ensuring professional facilities, equipment, support the tools, scientific and technical application. Many projects have been constructed and have been built to meet the work, the study, and also combat requirements of the units. And with the spirit for the people to serve, the state management of security and order associated with the implementation of administrative reform is also interested in implementing by the city police, with many good and effective ways such as outstanding working day and night management, the efforts to complete the 2 projects on schedule, namely the National Population Database Project and the projects of production, insurance and management of citizen identification electronic with a chip. I myself am our collective of the police team for the administrative management of social order. The City Public Security Department, in the process of implementing the 6th article alcohol taught, the People's Public Security has always tried actively and diligently to implement tasks assigned by the superiors. In the coming time, the administrative management police team will continue to better implement the 6th alcohol taught the People's Police to develop more and more effectively and better display the contents and tasks of the police team, administrative management of the social order, and the work of ensuring traffic order and safety, preventing the fire and explosion, improve the efficiency of the work of professional records, criminal techniques, protection and mobility, criminal judgment execution, and judicial assistance, detention and re-education of prisoners and detainees continue to be implemented drastically and synchronously. In the coming time, each officials and soldiers must constantly study as well as self-discipline practice while the 6th alcohol taught the People's Public Security, associated with the daily practical work with each job by a particular action, in which we focus on emulation, commendation, and encouragement for the corps and soldiers with the motto, how the corps and soldiers do well. We will conduct classification, 6th alcohol taught and praise in the meeting as well as activities in order to encourage the spirit of corps and soldiers and attach the assessment and classification of 6th alcohol taught in emulation, rewards, planning and training as well as appointment for officers and soldiers in order to make sure that every corps and soldier who does well will be praised. If we do not do well, we will also be strong in criticism. And it is believed that with the solidarity, unity, non-stop creativity, and innovation of the party committee, the boards of directors, and the efforts of officials and soldiers in the coming time, TayNinhTV City Public Security will continue to build an increasingly clean, strong, regular, elite, modern force to meet the requirements and tasks in a new situation, deserve to be core force to ensure the social order and safety in the construction of an increasingly developed, civilized, and modern TayNinhTV City.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ca tài tử or Southern folk music is a unique art form of the people of Southern Vietnam, formed and developed at the end of the 19th century, and was registered as an intangible cultural heritage by UNESCO in 2013.
Currently, this art is being preserved and promoted in many localities. In particular, the element of incubation of the young generation cannot be ignored, because only by inheritance and continuity, this art can continue to be maintained and developed. On this summer occasion, the Gia Bình Đồng Áo class were officially opened by the Youth Union of Gia Bình World Trang Mang Thao with the aim of teaching the children's musical instrument as well as incorporating the new seeds for the growth of this art. It is really difficult to open this class because I'm afraid of that you won't be able to learn. But through the first section, they can sing the ancient song like Dạ Cổ Hoài Lang, a kind of folk song, and I believe you will be successful in this class. In the first lesson, many children showed their love for this unique folk and art form of the people of the south of Vietnam. And I feel very happy because I was invited to take the class of the ca tài tử. I studied the lesson of Dạ Cổ Hoài Lang, and she taught very kindly, cutely, and easily to understand. I feel very happy. She teaches easy to learn. She is funny too. I study Dạ Cổ Hoài Lang. I find it easy to learn, and I feel proud of my country of Vietnam. And the class, with the participation of 37 children from primary schools in the commune, is expected to take place within 2 months, lasting until August. And the children will be taught in necessary skills and acknowledge of the art of the ca tài tử by an artisan and experienced brothers and sisters of the ca tài tử club. I'm so happy to like it. I just said I received it. I teach them tomorrow and they will get for 50%. And if they can memorize this lesson, I will teach them more and many excitement from ancient place. TayNinhTV is considered a place to nurture and strongly develop up artistic value of the ca tài tử. And in order to preserve and promote the traditional values of this art, the element of incorporating in the next generation of children is essential. Because with inheritance and continuity, the new kind of musical art of folk songs instruments can have more vitality and develop more widely in the people's lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.